Hi, excuse me, what's your plan to end gun violence?
I support the Second Amendment. Whoop, hang on. David, why are you supporting the red flag laws? If Scott Peterson, the resource officer at Parkland, had done his job, then Nicholas Cruz wouldn't have killed anybody in your high school, or at least protected them. Why are you supporting red flag gun laws that attack our Second Amendment rights? And why are you using kids as a barrier?
Now, many of you likely remember that clip of Marjorie Taylor Greene harassing David Hogg. He was just trying to get where he was going, you know what I'm saying? But she took it an opportunity upon herself to, get some content for the right-wing base.
And how did you get kids? Why do you use kids? Why kids? If school zones were protected with security guards with guns, there would be no mass shootings at schools. Do you know that? The best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is with a good guy with a gun. But yet you're attacking our Second Amendment. And you have nothing to say. No words. Sad. He has nothing to say because there really isn't anything to say, you guys. He has nothing to say because he's paid to do this. He has the walkaway march. He's got the women's march, and they're funding all of this. Everytown Gun USA, they're funding all this stuff, okay? He had media coverage all over the place. I had zero. Guess what? I'm a gun owner. I'm an American citizen, and I have nothing, but this guy with his George Soros funding and his major liberal funding has got everything. I want you to think about that. That's where we are. And he's a coward. He can't say one word because he can't defend his stance.
But this is what Marjorie Taylor Greene does. And if there's anything that I learned from watching that spat between her and Jamal Bowman, and, well, many other things too, is that this woman really ain't scared. She is not afraid. She crazy for real. She'll take it there with you. So, at the end of the day, she's very effective at ginning up the right-wing base. So if we're going to be as effective as she is on the left side, we got to be just as crazy. We just got to be just as willing to join the fight.
Hi, excuse me, what's your plan to end gun violence?
I support the Second Amendment. Whoop, hang on.
Do you support murdering children?
No, do you support murdering children?
No, I'm a school shooting survivor,
no, really?
actually.
Oh, really? Well, you know what?
Like
That's terrible. Great. I support the Second Amendment and bad guys being locked up in
Is this going to be enough thoughts and prayers again?
You won't support the assault weapons ban?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Marjorie Taylor Greene really is a perfect representation of how the Republican Party, especially the lawmakers, feel about doing anything when it comes to gun violence. When you poll the American people pretty much across the board, the numbers bottom out at 82% when it comes to things like common sense gun regulation, like raising the minimum age to 21, enhancing background checks, increasing red flag laws, putting some type of a waiting period in so that the FBI has some time to go over people's social media accounts to make sure that they're not making, white supremacist manifestos before they run up in a school or a church or a supermarket and massacre people. It used to be to where maybe every few months, several months, we'd see a mass shooting. But now literally every few days, it's becoming incredibly difficult to keep up with it because this has become the norm within the United States. There simply isn't an excuse for this. Oftentimes conservatives view problems like, well, there's not a 100% solution, so let's just not do anything about it. Let's not even try. So again, MTG is a perfect representation of how GOP lawmakers feel and where they stand when it comes to gun reform.